had an American friend and she said, come and stay with me in Brooklyn. I was like, oh, how exciting. Went to Brooklyn and her mom loved her. She said to me, Sindhu, that's like Sinbad, but without the bad. And I was like, and then her sister said, can we call you Cindy for short? And I was like, that's the same number of vowels. So I said yes to everything.
Step in, you lovely lot of future ghosts. Yeah, it's me, Mel Gedroich, part-time traffic warden of the afterlife, or lolly stop lady, because it's the end of life. Yeah. Anyway, this is the podcast where the curtain has well and truly thunked on your favourite celebs, but we're still poking around backstage, seeing what is left of their remains. Welcome to... Now, on to today's guest. She's no deadbeat, humdrum girl next door. Absolutely not. She's the kind of woman who could stroll into the afterlife wearing sunglasses indoors and somehow not look like a total wanker. She's polished, she's poised, she's so swanky, she practically needs her own velvet rope. She's sparkle, she's mischief, and we finally got her very fine buttocks in this bevelveted studio. Sindhu Vee, leave it. I'm going to just stop it there and play this instead.
That's me.
Have you ever been welcomed in a choral way before, Sindhu?
No, I haven't. But I now know that I expect this everywhere I go.
This is the problem. People come here and they say, oh, I want that on my ringtone.
Yeah.
Nick Knowles said he wanted it every time a door opened in his house, which I thought was a bit much.
Excessive.
Really?
Excessive. But I can understand. I mean, I already am thinking I'll maybe pay the kids to sing it once in a while.
Train them up, harmonise, boom.
Yeah, no, they can sing because they're all in choir, but they won't do it without money. So I'll have to pay them.
How much?
We'll negotiate.
Talking of money, these guys want to sell us some stuff. Look at this.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Now, Cindy, welcome. You know the drill.
I do.
We're going to be talking death. We're going to be talking funerals. We're going to be drilling very, very deep into all that deathy stuff.
Yes.
As well as you coming on the Barnacle podcast, 6 Feet Under, where we answer more emails from our amazing Deathling listeners. Hope that's okay with you.
That's so good. I look forward to that. Can I just jump in right at the start and
do,
say,
Sindhu. Please interrupt me.
As a Indian, as a Hindu, talking about death is very inauspicious. Super inauspicious. And so like even during the day, if someone says, oh, I'll die, you say, never say that. We don't bring it to our mouth.
Really?
So when they asked me, do you want to do this podcast? Because it was you, I was like, yeah. Otherwise, I was like, this is going to be a part of my day where I'm going to be talking about stuff that honestly, we don't ever talk about because it's not considered when you're alive. Why are you talking of being dead?
How interesting.
But we're going to talk about it.
Oh,
because I like you.
Sindhu. I'm right back at you. It's really nice to see you. Oh, I feel moved. That's very lovely. Now, before we get into the death, I feel I have to say it like that now.
No, you can say it easily.
The death, bringing it very much back into life, away from death. You're on tour, my friend. Swanky. Really good title.
Thank you.
Swanky is such a good word, isn't it?
It is. And I'm bringing swanky back because I think as a word, it got lost.
Yeah.
I think a lot of young people now would be like, what does that mean?
It's very, very good. I've invented a game, especially for you, Sindhu, and it's called Swanking. What I'm going to do, if this is okay, is give you 3 sort of swanky quotes or quotes from characters that I think are swanky. And can you tell me who said them?
Oh, good Lord, let's go.
Okay. I do not want to be seen in a car with a dent, Richard.
Give me another hint. I hate losing.
Okay. I'm like you as well. I know. So I'm going to say bucket.
Oh, is it that good hyacinth lady? Yes, my mother loved her. I was to watch. Say, Mommy, what are you watching? She said, look, Hyacinth has come, Hyacinth. It's Hyacinth.
It's Hyacinth
I
Bucket.
love her.
God, you're good, Sindhu. The next one is with cigarettes in hand and vodka or Bollinger
Are
in
we
the
talking
other.
about me? Sorry. What? Okay, go.
Bolly in one hand, cigarette in the other. You've only got one life, darling, and I'm not wasting mine sober.
It's the Ab Fab
Come
one.
on,
The
she's
one who
on it.
drinks a lot.
She's on it.
Yeah.
Beehive.
Lumley.
Lumley.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the full point.
Thank
it's
you.
Patsy from Ab Fab.
There you go.
And the last one is, it's only a little bit of ham.
Oh,
She's on it. She's got it.
You know who it is. It's
She's from Wales. He's from Essex.
yes.
I might as well tell you.
Yes, it's the
Yeah, she's got the point. I'm going to give it to you anyway. You've got full house of points.
his name starts with G,
Yeah, and her.
and she
Hers with S.
and he has the car show now in America.
Yes,
James Corden.
Yes.
Yeah, that show.
I've given it to you. It's Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, Gavin and Stacey. Okay, so I got it. I just can't remember the specifics.
No.
You know? But also, I don't want to apologize. Everyone in Starbucks calls me Cindy. So I can be, in the UK, not remembering the specific name, but having the intuition.
Does it bug you when people call
No,
you
no, not at all.
No.
Cindy, the first time I met, when I went as when I was at university here, I had an American friend and she said, come and stay with me in Brooklyn. I was like, oh, how exciting. Went to Brooklyn and her mom loved her. She said to me, Sindhu, that's like Sinbad, but without the bad. And I was like, and then her sister said, can we call you Cindy for short? And I was like, that's the same number of vowels. So I said yes to everything. But no, I don't mind at all. I mean, it's a foreign name, But now also, and this is a shout out to Jet, who I've worked with and who's helped me. He's helped me with Swanky. He's the director.
I thought you were going to say Jet from Gladiators.
No.
My heart started racing.
No, Jet. So now every time I order coffee anywhere on the globe, they ask me, what's your name? I say Jet. And then I send him a photo because no one gets Jet wrong.
That's good.
Except in India, I tried this at the coffee place, and I said Jet, and she said, "Madam, your name," and I said, "It's Jet." She said, "Pata nahi kaisa naam hai. What kind of name is this?" And she wrote Jet. I could have said Sindhu, but anyway.
Jet is very, very strong.
I love it.
I might have to call you Jet a few times.
Please, I would love that.
Onwards, Jet. Important before you make the journey over there to do it on a full stomach, right?
Yes.
What would your Last Supper be?
Okay, listen, this is complicated because I very much hope to enter those years ahead of my passing with intention. So, like right up to that point, I'm going to be eating and drinking what I want and doing whatever I want. But when that time comes, I will enter it with intention. So I hope to be at the time in full silence over a period of time before.
How long?
It's hard to say, but full silence is not just not speaking, which can you imagine for me what that's going to be like?
Sindhu, I mean...
I know. But we have to clean out our insides. We have to hear ourselves. And so then it's also silence in terms of
digestion.
It's a kind of renunciation.
Oh, man.
So I think I'll be eating very simple things, probably fruit once a day and a glass of milk. So I would like to eat mangoes.
Mangoes are great.
I love mangoes. It's well documented. And I would like to eat a lot of mangoes and have a glass of cold milk because that's important because mangoes are very hot. And then that's what I would like. Although
that literally is that all?
That's it. But in another scenario, if I never get to the silence and lots of things happen and I think, well, this is no way to live. The silence is like what my dad was like. But if I go my mom's way, which is what she was like, I would have deep pan Chicago pizza, Chicago deep pan pizza, full double cheese and mushrooms and jalapenos.
So good.
I'd have a Oreo milkshake.
Right.
Oreo milkshake, like a really good one. I don't want to say the one from Dairy Queen, which is a very American reference, but just a great, thick,
with purchase.
with everything and so yummy. And then I would also have a chocolate chip cookie, which is like a really good one. And then I was thinking all these things are kind of like I'm not saying anything Indian and I'm not saying anything,
Yeah.
that's from the UK, but that's life.
Yeah.
Those are the things I would want to gorge myself on, smoke a bunch of cigarettes, have some great Japanese whiskey, probably Hibiki 21 at that point, because I'd be like,
Japanese whiskey
I'm
is
out.
so smooth.
It's so good. It's not
So
oaky. It's not
good.
treaty. I love it.
Yeah.
And then I'd go out. So it depends if I go my mother's way or my dad's way.
I love that. Both options available. Mm-hmm. Mango rather than papaya. Don't like papaya.
Love papaya.
Do you? It's
Yeah.
too sweet.
So good. Well, where are you getting your papayas?
I don't know. Somewhere cheap.
You're
probably.
eating pawpaws. They're sweet. The little ones.
And the ones that kind of,
Yeah, they're pawpaws.
I don't like those.
No, eat papaya. Also very good for digestion.
Okay.
FYI.
Good. She's a fount. She's an absolute fount. Now, Sindhu, it's sad, it's traumatic, and I know that you don't necessarily want to talk about,
Let's go.
but I'm afraid we've got a whole choir singing about it. So here we go. Verneth. So what happened? Tell me.
It was my time.
Simple.
It was my time.
Simple.
Yeah, I prepared. I became very established in the understanding that I am neither the experience, nor the experienced, nor the experiencer.
Oh my God, I need to write this shit down.
So I'm just,
It's so good.
I'm the same consciousness as every living being on this planet. I'm Sadashiva. I hope to become very established in that so that I'm happy to go back into that and then return, depending on how I've behaved in this life.
And were you afraid when the final moment happened?
No.
No. Were you with anybody?
I hope that I've been around my children and my spouse, and that they understand, and that everyone's kind of chill,
Yeah.
about it.
At home?
I don't know, wherever.
knows?
Wherever.
Yeah.
But I think I would like everyone to be at peace. I would like it not to be when my children are so young that they don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
They'd have to be, of a certain age so they can handle it. When my parents passed away, my second or third thought, especially my mother, who I was very, very close to, I was there in the hospital with her. I was the only one there, and I had to sign the paperwork, and they switched off the machines. And then I bathed her the next day and everything, as you do in India, and dressed her and so on.
Wonderful.
I remember thinking how much I wanted to protect my children from what I was feeling,
Yeah.
from that sense of utter being unmoored, like a balloon that you don't know whose balloon it is. You see it in the sky.
Yeah.
I thought, what can I do to protect my kids? One day they'll have to go through this, and I don't want
Yeah.
them to. Of course, they have to.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll all be settled, and
And you don't feel protected anymore, do you? When your parents die, to me, it just felt like the roof was blown off the house. And suddenly you've got to step up.
yeah,
It's so weird, isn't
I was
it?
the grown-up finally.
You're the bloody grown-up.
Yeah.
I'm not a grown-up. I'm
I
not
know.
a grown-up now. I'm 57. I'm not grown-up.
No.
And
And I
it's
was
that-
the youngest at home, so it was like,
Yeah,
why
same.
are you doing this to me?
Same. It's weird, isn't it?
It is. And but my mother had talked a lot about it, and she'd sort of, because I used to ask her, I'm like, what am I going to do when you die? We were a crazy family that we never talked about death, but I'd be like, jab aap chale jaoge, when you have left,
When you've
what will I
left.
do? And she'd say, oh, such a stupid question. I'm here now. I haven't left. And I'm like, but one day. But when she got sick, I asked her. And she said something to me that was interesting, because the last time I saw her, I was going to LA for meetings, and I was scared to leave her. She was in a wheelchair. She wasn't supposed to pass away as far as like medically. And so I said to her, Mommy, I don't want to go to LA. And she said, no, but you must. And she was paralyzed, but she could speak from one side. And actually she was getting much better. She said, no, you must go, and you and your career, I'll be fine. And she never cried when I left, but that day she cried. And I said to her, are you okay? And she looked at me and she said, पत्ता टूटा डाल से ले गई पवन उड़ाए अब के बिछड़े कौन कब मिले कौन कहाँ को जाए. She said, the leaf has broken from the branch, the wind has taken it away. This time when we part, who knows when we meet again.
Oh,
And I remember thinking
wow.
that she was telling me
Yeah.
I may not be here next time. And she wasn't.
Oh,
But it's very
Sindhu.
important to talk like that because it gets your kids ready for reality.
Yeah.
You know, these people who don't ever
Yeah.
mention that
oh
stuff.
my gosh.
So
Well,
it's
that's
possible.
that's a very British thing to do. And I think we take a lot of our attitudes to death still from the kind of Victorian era. I'm talking English, actually, maybe not British. I think the Welsh are much more down to earth about it. The Irish certainly are. The Scots, I think it's an English thing.
Yeah, and I think it's a way of my mother indicating that kind of final loss without saying the word death. And also, I think Eastern cultures, not just Eastern, Persian, you know, I would say non-Western cultures, even till today, because I think the West used to be like this and it's changed. We're very open about grief.
Yeah.
We don't think grief should be put inside. We think
Yeah.
it should. I mean, when you pass away in India, if you don't have enough relatives, we hire mourners to come and beat their chest and rip their shirts. Grief must be externalized.
It's got to be wailed. It's got to be.
It has to be.
Yeah, I'm totally with you.
You
on that.
know, there's no
Yeah.
upside to saying, well, I feel bad, but I'm going to suppress it. For who?
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. This is all good stuff. Now, Deathlings, our amazing community. You're very much involved in this bit. Listen to this. Yeah, Sindhu, the Deathlings have been in touch. Tell me more.
So this is an email from Melissa in Wallington.
Great.
Hey, Mel and Death Team. I once accidentally ruined my grandma's reputation and childcare career. When I was about 8, my nan picked me up from school and looked after me until my parents finished work.
Right.
By looked after, I mean she fed me, helped me with homework, and regularly parked outside a betting shop.
That's strong. That's strong. I was not expecting that. That's very good, Melissa.
Also, go Nan. She'd leave me in the car with the windows cracked while she popped in to bed on the horses. I thought this was a fun after-school adventure, and so it was. Then our English teacher asked us to write about our daily routine.
Great.
I proudly described waiting alone outside Ladbrokes while Nan gambled. The head teacher called my parents in. Nan was permanently banned from school pickup.
No, she left the window open.
I know.
She didn't do anything too bad.
And she fed you and she helped you with homework. This head teacher was too much. Such a boring fellow. Anyway, have you ever unintentionally got a family member cancelled? Thanks, Melissa from Wallington.
That's really good. I'm just trying to think. Have you ever dropped, maybe not cancelled, but dropped a family member in the doo-doo? I'm trying to think.
No, because unlike Melissa, from a very young age, we were very aware what you say and don't say to public figures or figures of authority, you know, because your mother would say something and say, but don't tell your father.
Yes.
You know, she would curse your grandmother, his mom, and say,
Yeah.
but don't tell your father. So we were very well prepped.
Yeah. I've got to put my hands up here.
Okay, go for it.
So my gorgeous godson and nephew, who I adore with every bone in my body, I was looking after him once. He was 18 months old.
Oh, God.
And he was playing with my phone, the landline as we still had back in the day, more than 20 years ago. Unbeknownst to me, I was in the kitchen, you know, preparing food for him. I wasn't being awful.
Gambling.
He was playing with the phone. Playing with the phone, blah, blah. And I sort of came and I said, Kaz, come on, put the phone down, blah, blah. Didn't think anything of it. 20 minutes later, knock at the door. Her Majesty's, not Her Majesty's, the Metropolitan Police.
Oh.
Him and her at the door saying we received a 999 call. Unbeknownst to little Kaz, he'd been dialing 999. And I did a terrible thing, Sindhu. I am so frightened of authority, be it the AA,
Same.
be it the police,
Same.
be it whoever, an air hostess, I'm frightened in a uniform. I wordlessly just went, I just pointed. So they came in and they found a little chap in a nappy waddling around. I shopped him to the police.
But
not
you know, but they still thought you were the bad guy in that story. I just want to tell you, Mel, they were like, this lady's crazy. She's trying to pin this on a baby.
I've never want that.
But he's cute. He's cute, and I also don't like authority at all. I get very nervous.
Seriously?
Yeah. No,
I
absolutely.
have a problem with it. Even like one of those jolly people in an EasyJet uniform, I find I kind of, the shoulders go back and I want to impress them.
Oh, I don't want to impress them. I just don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
That's my big fears. I'll
Yeah.
end up in jail.
Yeah.
And I don't like the idea of jail.
No, you won't, Sindhu. I don't
good.
see that happening.
Oh, thank you.
I don't see that happening. You're fine. Right, listeners, if you want to get your mail read out on the podcast by one of our spectacular guests, like the magnificent Sindhu Vee, the email address, as you well know, is mail@deathpodcast.co.uk. If you haven't used that email address before, what do you think you're doing? We go through all your correspondence over on 6 Feet Under, so do make sure that you subscribe on Apple Podcasts or head to wherethere'sawillthere'sawake.com for all the details. We got websites and everything.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
I'm really intrigued to hear about your funeral.
So mine will be a regular Hindu funeral, my daughters they'll have a lot of guidance, I assume, from various older family members to what to do with me and my body and dress me up and this and that, and I'll be cremated. My husband will have to do some rites. And the girls will have to do some, and my son.
What kind of rites?
Oh, Hindu rites, there's lots of stuff it's very long and complex. It's to give the soul, sort of to coax the soul to leave and not worry. And not worry, really. It's to leave. Because attachment to our bodies is literally the definition of what for us is being alive. Think about it. Attachment to your body.
Right.
Its needs, its hopes, its ambitions.
Yeah.
So to be ripped from that is very traumatic for a soul.
Yeah.
And so it's to coax the soul to leave. And so they'll do the rites. I'll be cremated, whichever, either open on wood, which is rarer and rarer in India, or in a crematorium. Then they will take my ashes. I've already explained this to the kids, and they will take me to the Ganges.
Wow.
And there they'll do rites and put me in the Ganges.
Wow.
And that's it.
Mother Ganges.
Gangaji, yes.
Wow.
That's it.
Amazing. Now, you're an amazing comic, Sindhu.
Thank you.
We all know that. Is there part of you that would like a bit of a gag as you leave this earth? Or not? Do you not want any jokes?
I don't mind either way.
Interesting.
I'll be dead, Mel.
No, you'll be dead.
I don't care. You do what you need to do.
Okay.
I'm out.
Will there be lots of comics at your funeral? I imagine there will be.
If someone tells them and they want to come, but we don't have funerals like that. We have just if the kids want to do like a betak,
Okay.
like a memorial thing where you sit,
Sure.
that's on them. I am not worrying about that. I'll be gone.
I'm such a control freak, though.
Oh, no, I'm not
going to
at
be
all.
leaving. I'm going to be doing emails before I shuffle off the mortal coil. I want absolutely the right snacks, the right drinks, honestly, I'm awful. I've just got to let that go because it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be there.
I'm not going to be there.
Okay.
I want to be put in the Ganges, for God's sake. Don't put me in the Thames or some other random river if you're in some other country.
Yeah.
Take me to the Ganges. And I've done it now twice for my parents, so I know it's easy. So just do it. I've told the kids,
Wow.
just take care of it, please. The rest of it, I don't mind. I'm not here.
Was it amazing taking the remains of your parents to the Ganges? Was it extraordinary? I've seen it on TV. I've obviously never sort of done it myself, but
I wouldn't say it was extraordinary. It was what I had to do.
it just felt right.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
It's a little bit like, and this is going to sound so crass, it's like there's just some things that you know you have to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Like, you know that, like, if you have to pee, you just don't do it here. You would go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like something's got to be done.
Yeah.
No matter what was going on, Mel, you wouldn't do that. You would be like, I need to get to a bathroom. It's literally that basic to me. Very weird example, very
I
bad
like it.
contrast,
I
but
like it.
super, super. It's like chewing your food. You swallow it. You don't spit it out after you chew it, unless
Yeah.
it tastes bad. But that kind of basic. So it had to be done.
Yeah.
And I think when you are responsible for the furthering of the story of a person after they've passed away, especially a parent, then you must follow the protocol.
Yeah. I like it.
That's it.
Ritual,
Protocol.
it
That's
helps. It helps, doesn't it?
That's it.
It helps us. left
100%,
behind.
100%.
Yeah, I get that.
100%.
Wowzers. Good. Well, you've answered this question.
Buried or cremated.
Obs, cremation.
Cremation.
Yeah. I think I'd probably go cremation as well, actually. It just feels neater for people to deal with that are left behind in a way. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I've never thought of the alternative, so I can't say.
Have you been to a burial?
Yeah. I've been to a Parsi funeral. Our teacher passed away in school. I remember I've been to burials. I think it's all depends on, what your belief system is. Because really, one thing talking about all these things, like on this podcast, it really switches you into what your fundamental belief systems are.
Yeah.
Some people say, I'm agnostic, I'm atheist, I don't care what you do. I bet you if you put them in this podcast, they'd have a thought. Yeah. Something
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And everyone has very, very differing thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's why we love it. I'm just blowing my own trumpet there, but, we do love it. Now, this is interesting.
The will and the wake.
How do you feel about the booty, the stuff, the material things that you're going to leave behind? Will you leave anything behind? To whom? I need to know.
I know I have stuff that the kids want. Like my daughters, they want, because I have over the years, I've always had a great interest in handbags and shoes because I always have been very diffident about my appearance. And so clothes, it was always like, oh, I don't fit this or this is, not going to look nice. But handbags and shoes, no problem. They can be amazing. Yeah. So from a very young age, I've done that. And I've got, I like what I have, but it turns out some of it is now vintage. So
How many handbags have you got? Come on. Thousands?
No.
Hundreds?
No.
Millions?
No, it's not amount.
Oh.
It's what I have.
It's the quality.
It's what I have.
Okay. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, it's not amount, it's what I have.
We can use our imagination.
Yeah. So,
Shoes, similarly?
Shoes, I have many.
Oh.
I have many.
What's your fave?
I have a pair of high heels that are with the kind of block in the front as well, and they're a peep toe, and they're gold, but they're gold with this kind of crunched up gold tinsel stuff. And I think they're Aquazura or something, but they're very high. I'm like 6'4" when I wear them. Oh, and they're amazing.
Because you're tall, Cindy.
5'10", yeah.
You're 5'10".
So those are very high. I love those. I love shoes. I love shoes. I mean, boots, just, I love shoes.
Yeah, that's a banger you've got on.
Thank you.
Today.
Thank you.
Beautiful, pointy, black
boot
with a seam down the front.
Yes, so fun. And I've got this in different lengths.
Really?
Because I like this shape. Anyway, so I have one daughter who has a very similar shoe size to mine. She's getting all the shoes. The other one is like, are you fucking kidding? What about me? So I said she can
get the bags.
She can get first call on the bags. She can't have, that's not fair. Because some of those bags are very special, but she can get first call on the bags.
And what about your son?
My son, I don't have anything personal as such that I think he would enjoy, not my handbags or my things. I will leave the engagement ring that my husband proposed to me with for my son for his future wife. Oh, because my mom passed away, and then my sister passed away, and then my dad passed away, all inside of under 2.5 years.
Oy, so, Cindy, that's a lot.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
So I have all the jewelry, because in India you collect jewelry for your daughters. So I have my sisters as well.
Gosh.
So I have more jewelry than I would have otherwise had.
Yeah.
So some of the pieces that have been in our family for years, I will of course give to my daughters. Yeah. I'll divide that between them. My son, I will give him the engagement ring that my husband gave me, because it's a very special ring for me. But also I'll give him one important piece of jewelry, because it's very likely that, he's very Western, and he might marry someone who decides and their marriage doesn't work, and that bitch will take my jewelry. So that will bother me.
That would be really galling.
It would bother me. I wouldn't want to give any of my mother's pieces, because I'm not sure. If I live long enough and I meet her and I trust her and all that, fine. But otherwise, I'm not taking any chances.
I've never thought of that, actually. If you divorce, do you give back the engagement ring?
You don't have to.
Wow, there's no rule.
And
There's
my
no
son is
rule.
not the kind who would ask for it.
No.
No, he's a
He's a gent. He's
complex but gentlemanly fellow.
a sweetie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've thought it all through though, Sindhu, and I admire you
Because
for that.
because I have jewelry that I feel a responsibility to, because my mother, with her blood and sweat, collected it for us.
Yeah.
So so I'll take care of that and give it.
Yeah.
The things from my temple, I will ask the children what they want. Because I have a temple that I've had with me my whole life. I'll ask them what they want. I've got my rosary, I've got this. And they know that that's for them to ask what they want. And whatever they don't want, they put in the Ganges. And this is why the Ganges has a small pollution problem, because we all keep putting our stuff in there. We used to just stick whole, like entire dead bodies in there, but that's not allowed anymore. So, but that stuff they'll have to put in the Ganges.
Little bits and bobs go in there, don't they?
Yeah, they can burn it down or whatever, and the ashes
Yeah.
can go in the Ganges.
Yeah, okay, good. Now, you talked about the Ganges. This is where you will go. This is where your
My
earthly-
ashes will go.
Your ashes will go into the Ganges. Any wake, any kind of celebratory, I suppose you mentioned memorial, but would you have some sort of wake whereby people get together and go, yay, Sindhu? Surely.
But I'm not here. I don't care.
Okay, I
I
knew it was
honestly
out of
don't
the
care.
question.
It's like whoever's, like my kids can figure it out. I mean, because it's going to be on them. I don't want to keep continually putting responsibilities on them. They're going to be so sad.
Yeah.
Or they may not be sad and then they'll be guilty because you're supposed to be sad. Or they'll have a lot going on. Then on top of that, I say, have a party for me. I'm not even there. I'll be like, put me in the Ganges and then you do whatever you want.
I like that. You're
And-
right, actually.
And I don't need people to gather to... The people...
The wings actually move then. If you go like that, if you tip, yes, look. She's in flight. She's in flight. If you're only listening to this and not viewing, it's a beautiful thing. The red feathers are kind of, you know,
The people...
wibbling, wobbling.
The people whose attention I will want on myself, I will have met and spoken to and communicated that before I go. Then I'm gone.
Yeah. I'm taking there's a lot of takeaway in this episode, guys. I'm taking away a lot from today.
Good.
Believe you me, particularly when you said the experience, the experienced, and the experiencer.
Yeah.
And other things as well. Now, full circle. So full circle. Cindy, it's been absolutely brilliant.
This has been fun. I did not think talking about this topic would ever be this fun.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I know.
I'm really glad. There's one little thing I need to ask you before we move over to the Barnacle podcast, which I mentioned before, 6
Yes.
Feet Under, which involves this prop. So
Okay.
I'm going to hand you this and ask you, please, Sindhu, to...
Spin, 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 spin for your sins.
And while Sindhu's spinning, I'm going to say, please join us over on the other side at Where There's a Will, There's a Wake. You know what to do. You're listening to Where There's a Will, There's a Wake with Mel Gedroich. The senior producer's Charlie Morrell, and the producer is Naya Dio, otherwise known as The Goddesses. The engineer is Matthias Torres. Music by the Rathbones. The assistant producer's Rani Prescott. The production coordinator's Eric Ryan. And the executive producer is Ollie Wilson.